John Legend, back on the Cruz Show, Real 92.3.
Yo, I gotta compliment the little mashup mix here. That was nice.
That's
DJ
you
Fuse
right
right here, man. DJ Fuse got that done for you,
I
man.
love that.
Yes, sir.
Trip down memory lane.
You're valued on the Cruz Show. We love you here, man.
Appreciate it. That's some production work went into that.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We
Y'all
did
ain't
some
just
notes.
roll up in here with no preparation.
No. We've been preparing for a very long time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We're always prepared for you, man. You're a good dude. Welcome back, brother.
It's good to be back.
Hey, Legend is out now. All streaming platforms. Fire Project. Let's go. Congratulations, man. Yes, sir. Great features.
Yes.
Great content in the album.
We got Rick Ross, Janae Aiko, Ty Dolla $ign,
yes, sir.
Jasmine Sullivan, Money Long, Jada Kingdom, Rhapsody, Jid.
Jid.
Jid
is
so
a
many
homie.
great people. Lettucey. I'm missing somebody, but it's great people. Kind
Yes,
of
sir.
eclectic. And, they all brought different energy. Saweetie, of course. All brought great energy to the album, to the songs that they were part of. And it's so nice to have it out in the world now.
Come on, it's out, man. The baby's out, right?
We've been working on it, and it's like, I want people to hear it.
Yeah.
And now they can hear it.
Absolutely. You can hear it on Real 92.3.
That's right.
Come on, man. Call and request it, man. So when it comes to features, John, are these people that you're a fan of? Do you have a list of features that you run through at the beginning of the album? How does that get done?
It's really based on the song, and I am a fan of these people, but I don't reach out to everyone I'm a fan of. I reach out to people when I'm like, I can hear a spot in this song for this particular artist. And so with Jasmine, I made this really soulful song. I wrote it with Pink Sweats, and it was really soulful and kind of throwback, and I just wanted somebody to put some stank on it, put that gospel like grit, and I knew Jasmine would do exactly what we needed to do, and she was the first person I reached out to. I'd known her since she was 15. We would be singing at open mics at the same spots in Philly, and she was coming up in that scene, and I was a student at Penn in Philly and going to a lot of the same events, and I would see her there, and we were like, who is this 15-year-old? She's crazy. And here she is, just blossoming as a solo artist and making great music, and I was like, I gotta have her on this record, and she blessed it.
And
so
what a nice soul she is too.
Yeah,
man. Nice.
just incredible. And so each song, it was like, I could hear this person on there, and they would make it even better. Reach out to them, and most of the time they say yes, and and we get it popping.
Yeah. Who's gonna say no to John Legend?
Oh, a few people occasionally.
A few people.
Occasionally, I mean,
They're not ordinary people.
Are they?
no, you know what? Honestly, I say no to people that I really love and respect too, and then sometimes it's just not the right song at the right time, or whatever it is. And so, I don't take it personally. But most of the time, people say yes, and we got our first choices on most of these records, and love having them. And sometimes we'll have people that we really wanted to do the song with, and have them on the song. It just didn't come together in the right way. And I only want features on the record if it really adds to the record and it feels necessary as a part of the record.
Sure.
Otherwise, I don't want to just do it because, it's a name that I love.
Forcing it feels
yeah,
off.
Exactly.
Feels off. So you said no to NBA Youngboy.
Oh, come! I didn't say no.
Now there's 24 tracks, right? Two discs.
Yes.
So a whole lot of sessions. What's the most memorable session that came about or that happened in the process of making that?
Well, man,
good or bad, right?
What's crazy is
good
we wrote like 80 songs for this project.
Whoa.
So we wrote a lot. We were not touring during this time because the pandemic was still raging, and we still weren't booking shows. And so I was just in the studio creating, bringing a lot of different great collaborators in. One song, Dope, we wrote with Charlie Puth and Ryan Tedder and Ian Kirkpatrick. So it was like an all-star group of pop songwriters, and then we brought
local artists,
and we brought we brought Jid into it as well, and so that was very memorable, just writing with them. We brought the Dap Kings in as the backing band for a lot of the tracks, so that was really memorable tracking with them. And then it was incredible working with Saweetie. I ran into her.
She's great.
At the Beverly Hills Hotel.
Oh, sweetie.
She was with her manager, and I didn't know her at all, but I knew her music. And her manager I had worked with before, and he came up and introduced himself. He's like, yeah, we did a couple shows together way back in the day. I want you to meet my artist, Saweetie. I'm like, I was just listening to you yesterday.
Yeah.
And we were just saying how much we love the song. She had, I think it was the one that she has, girlfriend.
Best friend.
My best
That's
friend.
my best friend.
Yeah, best friend. So we were just talking about that song and how much we loved it. And I was like, we should do a song together. And we played her All She Wanna Do and she loved it. I went to the studio and like really talked about, what we were thinking when we wrote the song and how she could tap into that energy and add to that. And then she just murdered it. She just brought so much electricity to the song, and we're so happy to have her on the record.
Oh, man, it sounds great.
Does that have to be like a spiritual connection to work with someone?
I think it's just, I don't know if it needs to be spiritual connection, but at least you need to be musically and creatively on the same wavelength and understand what you're trying to accomplish with the record. But sometimes they'll surprise you and you'll think you know what you want.
Yeah.
But they'll exceed that, They'll go beyond what you even thought you wanted
That's
for the
best
record.
case, right?
Yeah, that's the best case.
Yeah.
And multiple times, like Jasmine, like I laid down a rough version of what I thought she could sing on the record, and then she just went and blew that out the water and just exceeded it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
She's going
"Here's the
Eminem me
direction
on
you
my
gave me,
track.
I'm going this way."
Well, she went there, but she just did it better than I could have ever envisioned.
Now, with what you have to protect, your life and your businesses and your music, right? Is there background checks when you work with people? Do you check on people?
You know,
brand is strong. The brand is strong.
I mean, these people are out in the world already, so like
Right, everything we know.
We know enough about them, and I'm not accountable for all their personal behavior.
Their HR department.
What happens is you work with somebody,
on a
they
record.
get dragged. Now you're getting dragged because
Yeah.
you worked with them, and you're like, God, I just wanted to make an incredible song.
Honestly, like the only time it really came up was Ross got in trouble one time because of a lyric that made it seem like he was saying he was going to drug somebody.
Yes, and you know it.
And it was just a mixtape song, and it kind of got blown out of proportion. But he had to come out and apologize for implying that he would do that, and it was right when I had a record with him coming out, and this record was kind of sexy, and it had, we had like, very scantily clad women in the video, and then at the same time he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for saying I would drug somebody," and I'm like, "Oh man."
You're like, great.
Ross, come on,
But
man.
it's fine. We good now, and
yeah.
we've done multiple songs together since, and he's on this album.
That's
Yeah,
right.
rounds.
Yes, sir.
And I think we got to make space to let people apologize and move on, and not like hold like a mistake against them forever.
Yeah.
And so like I said, we don't really do background checks, but you don't want it to be so in our face like, oh, we got a song out right this moment and you got in trouble right this moment.
We don't want that. We don't want that.
We don't want that.
No.
Do you believe that type of cancel culture is toxic when it comes to
I
music
just think
like
you
this?
got to give people space to apologize and to learn from their mistakes. And I think, honestly, I think most people understand that. And I think people blow cancel culture out of proportion too, because a lot of people complain about being canceled. They're fine and they ain't canceled.
Yeah.
They good. But if you do some really awful stuff and you do it to harm people, like sexual assault,
Sure.
hurting young people,
That's when you need to be canceled.
Like that's called accountability, and that's fine.
Yeah.
R. Kelly's not canceled. He's accountable for what he did, and the legal system is handling it. And that's it. But I think when people say the wrong thing and realize they made a mistake and apologize, like give some space for them to apologize and for us to be forgiving as a society.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, John, you probably don't remember when you first met me, but I remember when I first met you. This was in Vegas. I'm doing radio. You walked in with Ye in the studio. He's getting ready to freestyle for us. You're hanging out.
Yeah.
You played keyboard piano for him.
Yeah.
You guys are opening up for Obi Trice.
Oh my goodness.
It's at the House of Blues.
Yes.
And to watch you grow from then to now.
Well, even just think about how much Kanye grew from that to being, a headliner in arenas and everything that he did. But we were on that journey together. I was signed to his production company before he blew up as an artist. He was just a producer that was starting to make his way as a producer. But he was telling everybody, yo, I can rap too, and trying to get a deal and helping me get a deal at the same time. And we just kept paying our dues and believing that we had a future in this business and that we had something special to offer. And we helped each other make it to where we made it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And look at it now.
Look at
We're
us
outta
now.
here.
It's wild.
I say we're out of here.
It's wild, honestly. And I've been doing my show in Vegas. And what I love about it is
congratulations,
I
man.
tell those stories about, all the dues we paid, all the breaks we got along the way, all the songs I was on that people didn't even know it was me on. And I talk about that a lot and just how grateful I am for all of the things that came my way and helped me get to this position.
Is there still a record that people don't know you were part of?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I talk about it in my shows, they're like genuinely surprised. Like, I play piano on Everything Is Everything on Lauryn Hill's album. I talk about Encore by Jay-Z. I talk about You Don't Know My Name. I'm singing the backgrounds on Alicia Keys' song. I talk about Selfish, which probably more people know because I was in the video and I was featured in that. But they don't know I wrote American Boy with Estelle and Kanye and Will.i.am. So, you know, I go through some of those records and talk about the whole story behind everything that I did. And then we play songs from the whole repertoire from Get Lifted through now.
Yes, sir.
And we do it
Classic.
extra big Vegas style, and it's an incredible show. I love doing it.
Oh, man, we heard it. It's an amazing show. We got to go out there and catch it.
You got to see it. Honestly, I'm like,
Road trip.
I always tell people, and I'm not gassing myself. I'm like,
Talk about it, John.
If you're going to see a show of mine, you got to see the show. We really did it special for Vegas, and it's really a beautiful show.
Yeah, and it's Vegas. You got to go over the top. You
Exactly.
got to bring it. You got to
Yeah.
bring
Gotta
it.
be
People
extravagant
are
with
spending
it.
their hard-earned money, and they're traveling to come see you. You got to
Absolutely.
give them everything you have.
We put it all on the line.
Yeah.
We put it all on the stage, and we're having a good time.
Yeah. Garcia, you were watching the Dave Chappelle joint.
Yeah, it was so funny you were talking about that. Not noticing. I've watched the Block Party.
Block Party.
Right? Like back in
Yes.
the day, and I remember seeing it, and then it was on again over the weekend. And I was kind of schooling my teenagers about that whole time and space.
Y'all don't know nothing about this?
Exactly. I was in my rocking chair with my cardigan on. And I forgot that you were there just killing Jesus Walks. And I was like, yo, that's John Legend. You know what I mean? And that moment for the genre and just for music was so special, man. And just
Yeah.
all the acts that were brought out. I
And
just
it's
wish
crazy
that could
how much-
happen more often now. I feel like we need it.
And it's crazy how much Chappelle was at the nexus of that, because he was having these like kind of backpack style rappers on his show, and everybody was watching it on Comedy Central. But he was introducing music to people. He was introducing real hip hop to people.
Hey, he
in
didn't even know it.
in a special way. And then he did the Block Party, and then him and Robert Glasper just did that Blue Note event up in Napa Valley recently.
Oh, that's
so,
right, yeah.
So he's still, you know, really just always had a special place in his heart for music and featured music in everything that he does. And I always appreciate Chappelle for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for real. Hey, John, switching gears, do you ever sing your way out of an argument
No,
with the wife?
it don't work. You know,
It don't work.
because
Have you tried?
No, I know it wouldn't work. She's seen enough of my shows. It ain't new to her that I can sing.
She knows what it is and what it ain't, bro. Congratulations, though, man.
I'm
Rainbow Baby on the way.
a gifted wordsmith, though. I can say the right things in the right way.
You can BS your way out of anything. Is what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's a salesman. Me too. Him too.
We wordsmith for a living.
Come on, man. This is what we do, man. Congratulations on the pregnancy, man. What a beautiful
Thank you.
time. What a beautiful time.
We're excited, man. We're very excited.
You should be, man.
Yeah.
What a blessing.
Yes.
That's great. That's great. What's up, Leche?
Legend, title, big name, right?
Yeah.
What makes someone a legend, in your opinion?
Well, I think you're a legend if you have longevity, if you have impact, and you make something special that's going to be remembered.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Now, when I finally get married, how much will it cost to have you perform?
It's
I've been engaged for 10 years.
yesterday's price.
It's not today's price.
Not today's price.
Just remember that one time.
Did that the other
In
day.
Vegas.
The price is legendary.
Great answer. I can't afford that. I just can't, man. I can't. Legend is out now, all streaming platforms. The Voice, man, congratulations on The Voice.
Yes,
as
we're
well.
season 22 of The Voice. This is my
22.
This is my 7th season. Now, it's not 22 years because we often do 2 seasons
Yes,
a year.
right.
But
We
this
split.
is my 7th season, and we have Camila Cabello as our newest coach. Gwen Stefani's back. Blake Shelton, the OG, is back. And we're having a good time. We have some amazing talent this season, and I can't wait for y'all to see it.
Man, that's right. We can't wait to see it either, dog. Congratulations, man.
Thank
have
you.
you ever, man to man, have you ever worn a girdle?
A girdle?
You've never had to,
I
right?
haven't, no.
Thinking about wearing one.
Throwing
I
out
got
the first pitch
I got
of
a
the
first
Dodgers.
pitch at a Dodger game coming up. I want to hold things together.
Hold
So I'm
it
thinking about
together.
wearing one.
You might mess up your pitch with all that extra squeeze happening.
Here's the thing. I'm not a pitcher, right? I'm not athletic, as you can tell.
I'm never going to throw out a first pitch. That's one of the things I would refuse to do.
I don't want to do it either.
Because it can only go wrong.
It could only go wrong. And that's what everyone is praying for here in this studio.
We seen 50s.
Yes.
But see, the thing is that like you can't go hard. As long as you just even softly get it there, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna roll it like it's a ball.
It can only go wrong. It can only go
It can
wrong.
only go wrong, and I have to do it, and I don't want to
Because
say
if you
no.
do fine, no one remembers it.
If
They
you fine, no
only-
one talks about it.
Yeah, they only remember it if you F it up.
Yes.
Yes.
And I can't. I'm not. I can't, and I'm not. There. That's it. That's all I
You'll
gotta
be
say.
on ESPN top 10 fails.
Yes.
And listen, it's one of my biggest fears, and I'm gonna do it here coming up soon. And I want to say no. I want to hand it off. I'm hoping I get sick that day. I don't know, but
Chrissy did it.
I have to do it.
She did it at a Dodgers game.
And how'd she do?
She did good. She was
That
twisted,
makes-
by
it's
the way,
scarier
like
for me.
very twisted. But we practiced that whole week. We were living in New York at the time, but we had a place here, and I was in New York with her. We went to a park in New York and we practiced, and she went out there and did a good job.
Oh man,
I was so proud.
that makes
Maybe
me
you
more
need to ask
nervous.
Chrissy for some tips.
Yeah.
Because I can't throw like a girl or a man.
But that's the thing. There's no pressure on a model to go out and do a good job.
No.
When you're a dude, though, and you go out there and you mess it up.
These are facts,
Yes.
John.
And
I
These
have
are
two- I have
facts.
two sons. I have two sons that'll be
you
watching.
You got an example to set for these
Oh,
boys.
God, I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
No pressure.
As a father, though, does that get overwhelming? Setting an example for your kids?
It does. It does.
I'm like, man, the hard part about being a dad is, my son's 4, I'm 43. I'm like, I'm gonna have to play sports with this kid for a long time, and I'm not up to this in my 50s. Like,
I'm learning sports at this age. I'm learning sports at this age.
What's
and I'm
a pitch?
I'm tripping.
oh man, I'm like, no, I'm not built for this. I got shows to do. I don't want to, tear a whatever. Pull a
A
hamstring.
Tear a ligament playing in the backyard.
Exactly.
But you can hire people.
Yeah.
The best of the best.
Yes, exactly.
You
The
know
best
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
best.
Yes, man. Yo, can we do some vocal warm up? Is that
All
okay?
right, let's try it.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah.
Something quick that you can
So
teach
let's
us.
go. Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
Me, 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 me.
All right, we're ready to do a show. Let's go.
Let's go. I'm going on tour. Let's go, man.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP Plus. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruz Show podcast.